Network Entertainment.
Let me ask you one question that nobody want to ask. What if you lose your income today? Or someone in your family nagkaroon ng medical emergency? Question, how many months could you survive without borrowing money? If that question makes you feel uncomfortable, this episode is for you.
Hi, I'm Chingitan, and you're listening to Chink Positive Podcast, where I aim to equip you to become wealthy and debt-free, teaching you on how to save, budget, get out of debt, and invest. Let's get into the episode.
I want to talk about something na parang ito yung white elephant na when you say the elephant in the room na ayaw pag-usapan ng karamihan. 'Di ba? Yung mga emergencies. Kasi sa totoo lang, nobody posts about this on social media. Walang nagmamalaki, uy, laki ng emergency na nang binayaran ko. But it's have saved thousands of families from financial disaster, financial stress kung meron kang tinatawag na emergency fund. And most people think yung emergency fund, it's about money. No, actually. Ano yung nagagawa ng emergency fund? Hindi naman to tungkol lang sa pera. Yes, mahalaga ang pera, pero what emergency fund gives, it gives you what? Peace of mind. Today, we're going to talk about why every family needs one, how much should you save, and how to start even if your income is limited. Okay? Reality bites. Ang ibig po sabihin po niyan, emergencies doesn't make any appointment. It doesn't give you notification. It just happens when it want to happen. Kung napapansin mo ba, emergencies never sends a text message. They don't say, uy, next Tuesday masisiraan ka ng sasakyan, or next month mawawalan ka ng trabaho, or next week yung mahal mo sa buhay mauospital. It happens, 'di ba? Bigla na lang humina ang negosyo, nasira ang appliance, 'di ba? The question isn't if something unexpected would happen. The question is, will you be ready when it happens? 'Di ba? That's why emergency fund is so important. It's not about preparing for the worst. It's preparing wisely so that you will avoid financial stress. And yung number one killer po talaga. Oo. Ang number one killer talaga is what we call as financial stress. Naalala ko tuloy nung may nagbigay ako ng session. Tapos after the session, may lumapit po sa akin na sinabi, Chinky, dati hindi naman ako naniniwala Oo, na talaga sa mga emergency fund. Pero alam mo, nung nawalan ako ng work, di ba? Bigla na lang, yun nga, yung reality, mahalaga pala. Buti na lang, nakinig siya sa akin. Buti na lang that he was able to save at least 6 months, okay, of his monthly expense. So for the first time in his life, hindi daw siya nangutang. Di ba? Kasi nga may 6 months siyang emergency fund. And it protected his peace of mind. And then not only that, sinabi niya within 3 months, naka-recover siya, nakahanap siya ng trabaho agad. So it's very important na talagang lahat tayo, di ba, nag-uumpisa o may pera, kailangan may emergency fund. Kasi kung wala kang emergency fund at may nangyari, ang next step mo, utang. Pag utang, stress ka. Pag stress ka, you make bad financial decisions. Agree? And the thing that you and I need to avoid in life talaga is financial stress. Nakakatanda siya. Maniwala ka. So, kung konbinsido ka that you need emergency funds, so the next question, how much emergency funds should you set aside? A simple guide lang to. If you're single, try to save at least 3 months. 3 months of your living expenses. If you have a family, try to do 6 to 12 months. So, para hindi ka ma-overwhelm, 'di ba? At the same time, 'di ba, yung mga mortgage mo, mababayaran mo, 'di ba? Remember, small deposits becomes big protection. Yung mga maliliit na yan, yung emergency fund natin. Maybe some of you are asking, Chinky, should I invest first or build my emergency fund? Anong dapat mauna? Alam mo, my answer is simple. Protect before you grow. Ulitin ko Protect before you grow. Imagine you planting a tree before you make it taller, di ba? Alam mo, you make sure yung kailangan, hindi dapat muna palakihin yung puno. Kailangan may ugat muna ang puno. Kasi kung walang ugat, pag lumaki ang puno, babagsak siya. So, ganun din. I-build mo muna emergency fund mo. Oo. Bago ka mag-invest. Bakit? Kung nag-invest ka na walang emergency fund at kailangan mo ng pera, bebenta mo yung investment mo kahit talo ka. Di ba? I just want to encourage you to start right now. Huwag mong hintayin na lumaki ang pera mo kasi yun yung pagkakamali ng karamihan. They say, mag-iipon na ako pag malaki na yung sweldo ko. But remember, what we've been talking about during these past few episodes. Kailangan muna you develop habits, number 1. Number 2, income, second. And if you save, let's say, 100 pesos a day, you can start there. Alam mo mangyayari niyan. 100 days, 3,000 pesos a month, that's around 36,000 a year. Diba? Start ka muna. Don't wait until it is easy. You start when it's already difficult. Kasi ang tawag po dito niyan ay discipline. Kaya yan ang challenge ko po sa inyo ngayon. Start ka muna kahit 20 pesos, 50 pesos, 100 pesos a day. Doon ka muna mag-umpisa. Let me tell you the truth. Ang emergency fund will not make you rich. But ang emergency fund will buy you peace. So if this episode speaks to you, reminded you, yes, I know alam mo na yung emergency fund. Hindi ko tinatanong kung alam mo. Ang tanong ko, meron ka na bang emergency fund? So start saving right now for your emergency fund. Hope is good, but preparation is better. Next week, ang pag-uusapan natin, or next episode, pag-uusapan natin about one word that many people dislike. Budgeting. Kung gusto mo pag-usapan at pag-aralan ng budgeting, naku, abangan mo na yung next episode po natin. This is Chinkitan reminding you, prepare before you panic, save before you need it, and always stay Chink Positive.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.